And joining me now, a National MP, Jami-Lee and Green MP, Gareth Hughes. Good morning. How's the traffic in Wellington this morning?
Morning, Petra.
Good morning. Pretty bad, I understand. Chris Hipkins is lost.
Yes,
I just had to walk across the road.
It's good to live near to where you work. Now, let's talk about the government having a choice. Jami-Lee, can I start with you? Basically, should they accept the tribunal's decisions to halt the plans to sell Mighty River Power until this full ruling is made, so that all the cards are laid on the table?
Well, the Prime Minister said that he's considering it. He wants to talk to the Māori Party and his party colleagues. We haven't made a decision yet. I expect probably in the next few days to a week or so, a decision would come out. But the important thing to remember, we've been saying all along, the Waitangi Tribunal's recommendations are just recommendations. They're not binding. The whole mixed ownership model process is still planned to go ahead. We're confirmed with that. Parliament has passed legislation, so things haven't changed in that regard.
So you've stepped up to considering, but still the talk is all of, we'll consider it, but we'll ignore it in the end. What's the next stage?
Well, the Waitangi Tribunal's just done an interim recommendation. They've asked for things to be held off until they've reported fully. What we're saying, though, is we're still committed to the mixed ownership model because it has important economic benefits for New Zealand. We believe we need to do this to get the books back in order, to boost savings for New Zealanders. Those are still important goals that we're committed to. But the Tribunal's reported, the government's considering it. Just wait a few days to a week and we'll probably have some sort of clearer idea from the Prime Minister and the government as to where it's all going.
Gareth, is this a bit of
term.
Thank you. Gareth, is this a bit of a pat on the back? Nice tribunal, here you go, we will consider what you're saying, but actually we can just legislate over the top?
I think it's a bit worse than that, actually. I think it's disrespectful. They've played an important role in our country's history. They'll continue to play an important role. Look, the only thing the government can do is consider the tribunal's report when it comes out, but respecting it means delaying the asset sale program till it comes out. Because I guess at a pragmatic level as well, we know there's likely to be legal challenges. Who is going to want to invest in a partially privatised state-owned enterprise with the Water Tribunal hearing over its head, possible legal challenges over its head? I don't think many people want to invest in something like that. So the pragmatic and the right decision is for the Prime Minister to delay the selling.
These are complications, Jami-Lee, and I guess just yet another stumbling block in the rocky road to asset sales. If the delay backs into 2013, could the government, the public, everybody just lose impetus in these asset sales, lose enthusiasm for them, make them economically unviable?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still an important plank that we stood for election on and we got a mandate from the people to go ahead with. So we're still committed to the program. We always knew that there were risks, that there would be legal challenges. That's nothing new. It's just a matter of working through the process and getting to the point where we can take this to the people, where we can offer them the opportunity to invest in these companies, to take some shares in some successful companies, and we're planning on doing that still.
Gareth, what can you see as far as the iwi, the Māori Council, are concerned? Will they potentially, do you see it's likely that they'll press ahead with expensive litigation?
I think it's quite likely. We're talking about a very important issue to Māori. I think it's clear no matter what you think about it, you can acknowledge Māori have had an interest and will have an interest going forward. I think the government's racing ahead with it as well because they're terrified about the citizens-initiated referendum. It's 2/3 of the way there already. Could be the fourth only ever petition to reach a referendum. And this is what I think the government should do, is actually put it to the people. Wait for the tribunal, respect it, but put it to the people, because I don't think their mandate's very clear at all.
Well, when you talk about the people too, the water, which we're discussing, the rights over the water, it's not just important to Māori, it's important to New Zealand as well. There would be concerned over people claiming ownership to the water.
I think many people would feel that, and I think what we need to do is wait for the full report from the Waitangi Tribunal. But it's clear Māori have an interest in water, whether it's ownership or not. We'll see what the tribunal recommends. But the clear thing is that this is a shoddy process. Bad decisions to flog off these assets. The people don't want it. It's not in our economic interest, and I don't think people are going to invest when you've got all these legal issues still up in the air.
Interests are different from ownership, though, and we've been very clear nobody owns water. But we have worked very well with Māori on water before. The Land and Water Forum is very good. We've got Māori players around the table talking about how water can be managed going forward. But full ownership is different, and we reject that.
All right, Jami-Lee and Gareth Hughes, thanks for joining us this morning.